Hi. It is Wednesday, and it is the evening. It is 10:30, just past it actually. And I am going to attempt the Metroid speedrun again. I'm basically going to do the same route as last week, except if you're eagle-eyed, you might notice it is called something different now. Last week I called it glitchless all bosses, but this time I'm not going to bother. I'm going to call it classic. What's the difference? Classic means you're not going to use any glitches and you're not going to use any warps, and basically you're going to do the thing I did last week, except that on speedrun.com people care about classic, they don't care about glitchless, because apparently almost everyone uses glitches in this game. What people running classic do not do is use the up plus A trick to get to the game over screen quickly, and use that to skip out of the hideouts faster, and things like that. So I was lamenting last week that my up plus A isn't working. Well, this time I'm not going to use it on purpose. One thing I am going to address, though, before I continue is I did make affiliate on Twitch, if you're watching live. Now, I read a whole bunch of stuff before accepting that agreement. As you well know, there's, all kinds of ridiculous agreements that people agree to do various and sundry things on the internet. And I will tell you, I insist, I read this thing. Not, super fine-tooth comb, but I did look over it before I agreed to it. And nowhere in there did I see anything about that ads are mandatory. It mentioned ads, it mentioned that you could have ads, it mentioned that, Twitch has the right of running ads on your channel, but it did not anywhere, at least as far as I could see, say that ads are mandatory and you can't opt out of them. Well, unfortunately that is the case. Now, I don't like this. I want all of the money-related things to be optional. I wanted to opt into affiliate because, and Bob Q seconds this in chat, I hate ads. I agree, and my channel has been completely ad-free up to this point, and I would have loved to keep it that way. However, Twitch does give you control over some level of control over how many ads are on your channel, and it does this in two ways that kind of correspond to the two kinds of ads that you can have on Twitch: the ads when you join a channel and ads during a stream. Now, as far as the ads when joining, I think those are the worst, because you come on to watch something and immediately you have to watch an ad before you get to the thing, which means you're likely to just turn right around and say nope. So I would like to prevent that. So I usually start streaming at 10:30 sharp. I started a little before 10:30 tonight just so I could run 3 minutes of ads willingly, and what that does is it prevents anyone for the next hour from having to watch ads when they join the channel. So if you continue to start watching at or after 10:30, you should not see ads when you join the channel. That being said, I was a little late in starting the ads block tonight, so if you joined at exactly 10:30, you may have caught a couple of those, and I apologize for that, but that shouldn't happen again. If you join my stream more than an hour late, you may see an ad when you join. I apologize for that. Now, with regard to ads mid-stream, in order to prevent that from happening, automatically, where the algorithm just decides, I'm going to run an ad now. You have to run a certain number of ads during your stream. However, you get to choose what that amount is. I chose the least possible amount, which is 30 seconds of ads per 1 hour of stream. So I can't run less than that, but I get to choose where it is. So I'm gonna, at some point, I may not tonight if the speedrun is quick, but at some point along the way, I will say, okay, 30-second ad break, go, and there it will be. Probably during what I deem one of the boring parts. And I'm just going to have to figure out when I'm doing that for Zelda. I mean, I could do the thing where it's like, what's behind that door? We'll find out in 30 seconds! But I have yet to decide. But 30 seconds should go by quickly, so hopefully it won't be too big of a deal or too much of a bummer that people will completely stop watching. So, Bob Q says fair deal. Really what I was hoping for was that all of the monetization is completely optional. You may have noticed I do not say, hey, like and subscribe, join my channel, do this and that, because I feel like you're just going to do that anyway if you feel like it, and this is not my profession. I do this on the side, I do this mostly for fun. I like folks having the option to toss me a few bits or subscribe if they want to, but my philosophy here is I'm not going to give any preferential treatment to anybody, money or not. I'm not going to pressure anybody. I'm not going to ask you to subscribe or toss me bits. Entirely optional. So at the moment, there are no subscriber-only features, and I do not intend to make any. So, and yeah, that's it. That's all I gotta say. So, I guess I'll start shooting stuff. Oh, oops, I forgot to start the timer, and I forgot to hit reset. And I forgot to put the controller cam on. You can see how messy my space is. I'm cleaning up my desk at work right now. Haven't done that in years. It's, I should also do that here. I didn't get a whole lot of time to practice during the week, but I did actually get some practice in shortly before I streamed tonight. So I actually got to practice most of the game. So hopefully that'll translate into less failure this time around. I do have a little trouble with the beginning game because of the high amount of damage and low amount of energy, so that's why I stopped to kill stuff at the beginning. Obviously, the more combat you engage in, the slower off you are, but you know, you're no more than a few hits away from, oops, death at any point, so I'm trying to cushion that just a little bit more. Oh, Bob Q asks, are you ready for your vacation? Yeah, definitely. It's not going to be a long vacation, just a pretty short one. But we're going to drive down to Baltimore, and oh, jeez. I'm going to visit some family that lives in Maryland that I don't get to see very much at all. And then we're going to spend an entire day at the Baltimore Aquarium, because aquariums are definitely my daughter's thing. And I think I appreciate them more now, too. Man, these folks are stingy with their energy drops. There's a barcade not far from the hotel where we're going to be staying, and I am super stoked about that. Oh, jeez. Well, that's about as close as I could have come to death. At the Inter Harbor, I'm not quite certain. I think I'm staying at the Sonesta? Is that the name of the place? No, drop energy, not... Woo. That's not going to do anything for me. I'm desperate for that little glowing orb. Alright, now I have a slight cushion. I'm not that familiar with Baltimore. The only time I've been was for Otakon. I think I only went once, and that was like a long time ago now. I gotta start using Live Split. I'm really curious as to what my checkpoint times were last time out. My energy level's too low to chance that. Yes, properly done. Shoot it on the way up, grab it on the way down. Still, I must be careful because I am not quite out of the woods yet. Oh, near the O's baseball park. Says Bob Q in chat. Ow. Yes, let's go get an energy tank. I think that would be a very good idea. That incessant beeping. I feel like maybe one day it would be fun to watch watch a baseball game at, you know, not at a New York stadium. I've not done that before. Then again, I haven't really been following baseball all that close in the last couple of years. It's mostly due to lack of time. No! Oh, jeez, I was afraid that dude was gonna hit me. Still have to deal with the incessant beeping, but not for long, because either I'm gonna grab the energy tank here, or I'm gonna be dead. One or the other. Okay, thank goodness. I was able to successfully avoid the corn. Although, one of my YouTube commenters said they used to call them Christmas lights. And I can see that. Bob Q says I sound like a time bomb. Ow. A little lava, a little corn never hurt anybody. Alright, hopefully we're not gonna get the beeping much more. I mean, it's not really possible, to be honest, because... Oh, now I want you to drop missiles, and you're not dropping them. Unfortunately, for most of the game, the enemies do more damage than these enemies do. Still no missiles. I'm just going to be walking back and forth trying to kill these things for missiles. Really? I need to pray to the RN genies. Come on. Not a missile in sight. Oh. But yeah, what I was gonna get at was, for the entire game, that warning beep sounds when you're at, I think, 15 energy or less. But for most of the game, the things that can hurt you do more than that amount of damage. So there's no point in that alarm after a while because, oops, you're not even going to hear it. You're just going to be dead. Oh, for crying out loud. Bob Q asks, how do the ads work when you upload a video to YouTube? Will it have the Twitch ad on YouTube? I don't believe it will. I mean, I'm about to find out later tonight. But I think what's more likely is one of two things. Either it's just going to show me, you know, it's just going to show what I was doing while the ads were on, or it just skips that part of the video. But again, I will soon know. I'm unlocking the mysteries of Twitch and YouTube. Ugh, I need to kill some of these things because I need more missiles. I just need to figure out where the best place is to kill stuff and get more missiles. Alright, I'm almost there. I should have bombed him. Certainly one of them will drop missiles for me. There we go. Alright, no more putzing around for missiles. We can do this. We have the technology. We have the missiles. Ugh, what a relief. Alright, Ice Beam. Ice Beam. Arctic Attack. And if you get that, you like fighting games. He was so confused. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Glitched the sound there. Gonna try not to make too many mistakes here. Gotta go fast after all. Alright. Ow. Now we're gonna head down to Norfair. Oops. A single shot is enough. We want to freeze them. We don't want to kill them, because then their buddies will come by. Or they'll unfreeze and hit us for some amount of damage. Oops. You'll notice, you know, when you touch the lava, if you fall all the way down to the lava, you can then jump higher. It's just a weird bit of physics in this game. If you don't wait until you touch the bottom, then you're forced to spin jump and you can't jump very high. So if you're wondering, why did he sink to the bottom? when he touched the lava. That's why. Ugh, I want to take the high road. Huh, they let me get pretty far without having to fight off these puffballs or whatever you want to call those. I'm not sure what I would call those. Cotton balls? They remind me of a soft pillow. I'm amazed that I was able to avoid damage there. I consider that random luck. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh again. I only have 2 missiles. I should have killed more of the cotton ball things. Oops. No. Wishful thinking. I jumped in the spot where he was immediately. Yeah, this was bad. I should have been killing them in that long corridor up there. This is definitely going to add time. It's like, how did I do this last week? I'm pretty sure this is not like The Legend of Zelda where, you know, only certain enemies drop certain items. I'm pretty sure, you know, all the enemies drop all the items. It's just up to random luck. And this random luck is just not liking me right now. Maybe I should go back up to that corridor? Would that take too long? Not that this is working out. I haven't seen a single missile drop yet. Ah, that was the worst. Still nothing. You know what? What am I doing? I can't believe I forgot. There is a specific thing that I do to avoid this problem. And I literally just did it on my 2DS a little while ago, and I totally forgot about it. And I went in the wrong door. One more. The dude didn't spawn. There's supposed to be another one there. Do I have to just come up from below and then he spawns? Do I own Metroid Pinball on DS? Metroid Prime Pinball, right? I never did get to play that one. I did, however, have a a pinball game on Game Boy that I really liked. It was called Revenge of the Gator. That was a really early Game Boy game. I'm just gonna head down a ways because I'm not sure why this thing is not spawning. This is just like comedy of errors territory. Can I stand on you? Yeah. Still they didn't spawn. I am not sure what's going on here. And there weren't any missiles on this side, right? No, this is back the way I came. I think, because the floor is down here, right? Oh, but that was the second door. Meanwhile, I'm like losing all my energy here. Oh, come on. This really is a comedy of errors. I probably should just start over at this point. Get that sunk cost fallacy in here, but I'm already 20 minutes in. Yeah, I don't know what happened. There's supposed to be another one of those enemies to jump on here. I swear it was here last week. Alright, you know what? I think I'm going to start over. I hate to do it, but I think I have no choice. You know what? Let's just run 30 seconds of ads to get the taste out of my mouth and try again. Okay, reset on stream and start. And I forgot to start the timer. I would say my favorite game on Nintendo DS of all time is going to be Kirby Canvas Curse, easily. That game is just an all-day banger. I do not understand how it is possible to make such an amazing game out of such a simple concept. Kirby is a ball, which he kind of is already. Kirby goes where you draw the lines. It's just everything about that game is fun. Like, even just the tap on Kirby and he gets a speed boost. Like, that move is so much fun all by itself. And the fact that he can, like, take out enemies doing that, too. And just the little noise that it makes when you tap on him to boost him. And then the snap kind of noise that it makes when you defeat an enemy. Like, everything about that game is just so super satisfying. And then, of course, the finding of the 3 hidden coins in every level. Ow. Bob Q says it's a $50 game. Well, it was back then. I think it goes for just a little bit more now. The tragedy is, it's pretty impossible to emulate on any other modern Nintendo platform now. I did grab it when it was on Wii U Virtual Console, because of course I did, and it plays perfectly. Feels just like the DS version, only your drawing surface is a little bit larger, which is pretty satisfying also. I really wanted to grab that, but I also didn't want to go back to where all of them were hanging out. Oh wow! Bob Q says, I have 4 big boxes full of DS games complete in box, including some of the heavy hitters. That's great. I do not know how I wound up in that whole mess. Now that's really sweet, although when you say 4 big boxes, I remember how big those cases were and how they added up quick. And they just took up all kinds of space. I think the problem was they were thicker than CD cases, so yeah, it added up real quick. I don't have bombs yet, so you're just in the way, guy. Scroll quickly! Ooh, that was close. I almost got whacked by him. That could have killed me. I didn't actually spend a lot of time with the DS, not nearly as much as 3DS. But I have quite a few physical games for 3DS actually. Most of the big guns. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going the wrong way. I gotta go back down here. Helps if I'm paying attention versus thinking about old games. Of course, just playing this is thinking about old games, isn't it? Let's go get some corn. There's missiles. 2 down, 3 to go. I would say my most valuable game collection at the moment is my Dreamcast collection. I have a lot of the sought-after games. Although I suppose the value is about to go down somewhat with the release of Capcom Fighting Collection 2 coming up. It's going to be the first time Power Stone is available on... Well, let's see. It came out on Dreamcast and then PSP? Anything else? I don't think so. Not off the top of my head, anyway. Power Stone, that's a really interesting little fighting game there. I was hoping for a missile. Ah! They're everywhere! But I think at one point I added up the, you know, the eBay value of my Dreamcast shelf. This was probably a couple years ago, and it's well into the thousands, like at least over $1,000. I wasn't one of those folks who gathered a large collection of burned Dreamcast games. I mostly kept it legit. And I was super into Dreamcast, so... Cannon Spike, one of my absolute favorite games, and lo and behold, it's one of the most sought-after games. If I had known it would be worth so much, I would have bought like 3 copies. At least. Now there's another Dreamcast game that hasn't been ported to anything. Oops. I was like trying to run backwards and get a running jump going. I'm not quite sure what happened. It's like I just stopped thinking about it. Alright, I just need to grab a few missiles before we get to Norfair. Oh no, not Norfair. Before we get to the Ice Beam. Wow. The RNG has come through for me. Whoa! BobQ's next question, and thank you for asking these, because I love answering these kinds of questions, and I think it's fun to see the answers, too. Was I a Super Nintendo kid or a Sega Genesis kid? I was only a Sega Genesis kid at my friend Andy's place, because he owned one and I didn't. I was most definitely the Super Nintendo kid. He had both before I had either, but I Super Nintendo'd it up after that. I didn't have the money to get, like, everything back then, games-wise. I still remember, you know, getting the console and having Super Mario World, and that being the only game I owned for the first 3 months of it, at least. And I played through that game so many times. I got to all 96 exits, and then I did it again, and again, and again. I must have done it at least 6 times before I actually bought another game. 3, 4, 5? Hey, cool! I didn't think I was keeping count correctly, but it worked. I don't remember being at this point before the 10-minute mark last time, so I think I improved already, so that's good. Oops. Of course, it's all for naught if I'm dead. Oh, come on! Take that! I was hoping for one of those 20 energy balls there. There we go. I'm gonna need to collect a little bit of energy, otherwise I might be in trouble. Ugh. Norfair is unkind, to say the least. Actually trying to go fast. Oops. I don't like where my energy is at, to be honest, but 11.5 minutes as we enter Norfair, and hopefully we do better this time. Oops. Oh, no, 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 no. Oops. I guess that could have been worse, but next time I have to just not fall there. That would be better. Oh, wait. Once again, I'm going the wrong way. Trying to remember. I got... Wait a second. That... Again, that one isn't there. This isn't the door I was supposed to go in, was it? No, this is the... Can I... Are there missiles back here? No, 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 don't go down there. No, this is not where I wanted to go. I don't even remember what's there. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, see? I thought... And this is the door I wanted, right? Yes. I'm not sure what was so different. Oh, ow. Whoops. Jump right over it. Alright, now I'm questioning my history because I'm trying to remember whether I got the Dreamcast or the Sega Saturn first. I'm trying to remember if I got the Saturn after the fact, like long after it was popular. Ow. Definitely gonna have to be careful. With only 41 energy. Okay, got the boots. I got the Dreamcast while in college. Immediately grabbed Sonic Adventure and Crazy Taxi. And then I got a part-time job at an arcade and then I bought every single game I could get my hands on. I couldn't get enough. So many, like, amazing arcade conversions and... Just, I loved almost everything Sega put out on Dreamcast. Some of it was so niche. I mean, you had things like Phantasy Star Online and you know, more broadly appealing stuff like that, but you also had, you know, crazy weird stuff. I was a little disappointed. I tried playing Choo Choo Rocket with my wife some time ago, and she's like, "This is too confusing for me." There we go. Alright, we made it this far. No! Don't breathe on me! Your breath, it stinks. Do not breathe on me, please. Okay. I can't believe I quit at the 19-minute or so mark the last time, and I'm a lot further along now. Only thing is, my energy is quite low. So, hopefully I don't die. Oh, this is a great question. Bob Q asked, did you play Dragon Warrior as a kid? I enjoy it more now as an adult. I'll be honest with you, I don't know if I can go back to the very first game. But I loved the heck out of that when I was, like, when did I play that? I played it when Nintendo Power Magazine sent me a free copy. I remember that. They were trying to get more people into it because, you know, RPG was not a thing for everybody, and it wasn't even a thing that people even knew about back in the day that it was introduced. This was the first time anyone in the US had seen anything like that. Yeah, the grind in that first one was pretty awful, but I think we were willing to do it because, again, we had never seen anything like that game before, and, you know, it was all new and exciting. Oops, I'm in the lava. Ugh. Thank you, NES, for slowing down for me. I hope the grind was better in the later versions. I always meant to go back and play like Dragon Warrior 2 or 3 or something like that later on, but I never did. Wonder if those are any good. Grind-wise. Wonder how they compare. Yes, give me those 20 energy balls. I'm gonna need every last one of them. Ah! I thought I was maybe gonna be able to avoid those. That screw attack is paying dividends already. Ooh. Okay, just past the 20-minute mark. We're on our way down to Hideout 2. 2 is okay. 3 I never played, says Bob Q. Alright, let's see if I can not miss the energy tank this time. And also not die. Uh-oh. Ugh, well, that was good. I was very close to death. I think I had 1 energy. There it is. Warp pipe, sort of. Won't you come down here? Oh, I don't need that. At least I shouldn't. There we go. Alright, Alright, we're going to jump down here. And here. Alright, hopefully the energy emergency is permanently over. Put a little speed into my run here. Ow. No, spin jump. That's what we like. There's a technique that I would really love to be able to use. It's using the morph ball and going into a jump. Use that manual turbo controller. Sorry, Ridley. Okay. Time to recover that finger. Ow. I hate how the enemies can do that, I really do. We've only spent a few minutes in this hideout, but already it's time to leave. Bob Q, you ever play any of the more modern Dragon Warriors, like 7, 8? What are they up to now? I don't even remember. Wonder if any of those are worth checking out now. Gotta go all the way to the side and head on up. Because we're playing the classic run, meaning no skipping. I won't be running this forever. I just want to increase my competency level so that when I try Z1M1, I'm not embarrassed. Oops. Skip that first door and keep going. I believe it's this one. Whoops. Shred. Screw you, screw you, screw everybody. Love that screw attack. Definitely one of the more satisfying weapons to use. It's like, you could shoot them, yes, but isn't it more satisfying to physically shred them with your body? Yeah. I like it. Oops. Ow. Ow. Good enough. Ah, good. They only shoot 3 fireballs. I'm not your buddy. Go away. Love that jump distance. You know that your Metroidvania is good when the weapons and the things that you can use for just, you know, moving around are all really satisfying. Wait, I think it was actually the bottom door. This is right, isn't it? I think so. I hope so. It's not. I needed to go further up. Whoops. This one, then. I think they made those screens very similar looking on purpose. Alright, this is right. Whoops. I usually land on top of those disappearing blocks there. Decided to skip them at my own peril. Alright, adios Norfair. Still not quite past the half-hour mark. And we are going to head straight toward Hideout 1, also known as Kraid's Hideout. Screwing all the way. Screw attack. Love how I could just tear that last enemy to bits there. Whoops. I'm not terribly worried about, you know, building my missiles back up again because there's plenty of those to be had during the final battle in Turian. The missile drops from the Metroids themselves are 30 apiece. He'll replenish them very quickly. Much more so than the 2 apiece that you get from these randos. Also, not worried about damage here because I'm about to pick up an energy tank shortly. Take that. There it is. 30 minutes until the next ad. LOL, says Bob Q. Well, honestly, hopefully we won't have to worry about that because the run will be over. That's my hope. And you're dead. The bombs are also super satisfying to use, by the way. Alright, let's see Kraid's hideout now. Actually came up with a way of fighting him that isn't just standing there and taking all of the punishment that he gives you. Looking forward to trying it out. Oh. Shred. Shred. Oh! Ugh. All the way down, right? Yup. And we'll look forward to doing that terrible thing again later. Ugh, why couldn't I shred any of them? Ugh. Alright, let's see how this works. Oops. Oh, I froze the spike in him. So it's blocking my attacks. That's not going to work. This isn't working. Hold on, I gotta get back on the other side of him. We're just gonna fill up our health real quick. No, gotta jump all the way. I did it again. That's it. Ugh. Oh well, back to the old method. This isn't working. I'm in big trouble, actually. I thought it was going to be super smart trying to use the ice beam, but I just got wrecked. We're not making it to the next ad. Alright, so I need to practice the Kraid battle. Oh well, this one didn't work out. I will still export this to YouTube though, just to see how the ad thing works out. You can't win them all. How many times did I play Zelda and try for a speedrun and I failed at that too? But it's just part of the process of getting better, right? It didn't work out today, but if you decided to hang out with me, thank you. I appreciate it an awful lot. Yes, as much as I would like to continue my Zelda ROM hack Saturday night, I will be traveling, so that's unfortunately not going to happen this weekend. So please look forward to the continuation of that on Saturday, May 31st. And next week I will probably attempt either this again after having practiced Kraid a whole lot more, or I will attempt a longer run, maybe trying to get more of the items or all of the items. Depends. I probably should try and clock in a good time on this run first. But yeah, it's I feel like overall I'm getting better at making my way around Zebes, which is kind of necessary because basically what I'm hopefully going to do after practicing Metroid for some weeks, my plan here is to finish the Zelda ROM hack that I'm currently playing and then jump right into the Z1M1 randomizer after that. And I would like to be a little bit better at Metroid at that time, so that I have the greatest chance of success, and not die a lot, because it's really not as entertaining when the person does not win. So anyway, thank you for watching. I do really appreciate it, as always. Even when things don't go perfectly. Hopefully you enjoyed this somewhat. I feel like I was running pretty well there up until I messed Kraid up completely. Yeah, if I had taken him out, that would have been around the 33-minute mark if I was competent. And then we would have jumped out of here and ran up to Turian, and I was probably looking at about a 45 to 50-minute completion, which would have been a huge improvement over last week and well under my hour goal. So, yeah, I think we were on pace there. So, next week. Please look forward to that. Who knows? Maybe I can do 2 runs next week. I don't know. Nah, I'm not going to do the same thing twice. That would be a little boring. Maybe I can find maybe I could find a mini run that's more interesting. Anyway, I will look into that. That'll be my homework, along with working on Snake Party Extreme a little more. I think I might use my Wednesday stream also to show my own stuff a little more, eat my own dog food, so to speak. So I hope you'll look forward to that as well. Anyway, I gotta get some rest. I'm exhausted. So that's it for me for now. Once again, thank you so much for watching. You have many choices, and I appreciate that you chose me. Please take care of yourself. Uh, Talk with your friends. Message them. Stay close to them. Um, they can be there for you when you need them. Definitely. Phone conversations are always better than texting. More therapeutic. Definitely enjoy those. And take care of the folks around you, but don't forget to take care of yourself. Yourself is important. Be well. Have a great week. I will see you next Wednesday if you decide to drop by. So take care.